We've been lied to. We've been told that wealth is something you inherit, something you're born into, something you stumble upon if you're lucky enough. But here's the truth. Wealth has nothing to do with luck, family, or circumstances. True wealth is not sitting in a bank account. It's not measured in the size of your house or the car you drive. Wealth is built first and always in the mind. Your external world is just a mirror of your internal world. If you think poor, you live poor. If you think with limitation, you live in limitation. But when your mind shifts, when you start thinking like a creator instead of a consumer, everything changes. You don't need $1 million to feel rich. You need $1 million mindset. Your mind is not just a tool. It's the most powerful machine on earth. It can design empires, build futures, and attract abundance when trained right. But here's the catch. Most people never learn to use it. They were taught to memorize, not to imagine, to obey, not to create. They've been programmed to survive, not to thrive. And that's why the gap between the wealthy and the average isn't about talent or hard work. It's about thinking. Rich people think differently. They program their minds like athletes train their bodies. They practice clarity, discipline, and intention. Every thought is filtered. Every belief is examined. Every decision is aligned with their vision. Meanwhile, the average mind is chaotic, full of noise, full of fear, full of the opinions of people who've never done anything extraordinary. But here's the truth no one told you. Your mind can be trained. You can rewire the way you think. And when you do, success stops being a mystery and starts becoming a system. Look around. Most people are not living. They're just existing. They wake up, go to work, pay bills, repeat. Why? Because their minds were never trained to create, only to obey. From childhood, we were taught to follow rules, not to break limits, to stay safe, not to take risks, to please others, not to pursue our truth. And now, we live in mental prisons made of fear, doubt, and noise. Most people are consumers, not creators. They scroll endlessly, compare constantly, and wonder why they feel empty. Their minds are filled with the voices of others, society, family, media, telling them what's possible and what's not. But here's a law you can't ignore. A disorganized mind creates a disorganized life. If your mind is chaotic, your life will reflect that chaos. And until you claim control of your mental space, nothing will truly change. Your life is not controlled by your goals. It's controlled by your beliefs. The subconscious mind, the silent driver, is running the show, and the beliefs buried deep inside it are shaping your decisions, your emotions, and your future. You don't get what you want. You get what you expect. If your inner world is full of scarcity, your outer world will be too. If you believe you're not worthy of wealth, your mind will sabotage every opportunity. That's why real transformation doesn't start with action. It starts with belief. You have to reprogram the subconscious. Delete the lies you were taught. Install new beliefs that align with abundance, strength, and self-worth. Because once your internal settings change, your external reality has no choice but to follow. The rich don't think harder. They think differently. They treat their minds like athletes treat their bodies. Every thought, every habit, every decision is trained, refined, and intentional. They don't just react to life. They design it. They know that wealth is not a result of luck, but of daily mental discipline. Each day is a mental investment. What they read, who they speak to, how they spend their time, it all compounds. They ask, how is this choice feeding my future? That's why they win. Not because they have more, but because they think in a way that creates more. Here's the real question. Are you willing to become someone different mentally? Because wealth doesn't come to the person you are today. It comes to the person you are becoming. This journey isn't just about making money. It's about building a new identity, one that thinks bigger, moves smarter, and refuses to settle. If your identity is still tied to the old version of you, full of limitations, fears, and doubts, then no strategy will work. But when you change how you see yourself, when you adopt the mindset of a wealth creator, everything shifts. You don't chase success, you attract it, not by luck, but by becoming the kind of person who naturally lives in abundance. Wealth doesn't follow luck, it follows strong decisions. The wealthy are not the lucky, they are the decisive. Your mind doesn't follow whispers, it follows a clear, firm command. Clarity is power. Without it, even your best ideas will fade in the fog of distraction. And clarity doesn't come from noise. It comes from silence, solitude, and facing your fears. When you sit with yourself, without distraction, without excuses, you hear the real voice within. That voice doesn't beg, it decides. Vision is not a dream. It's a tool to create the impossible. If you don't program your mind with your own vision, society will do it for you. And guess what? They won't design it in your favor. A clear vision gives your life direction, strength, and purpose. It's the fuel that keeps you moving through pain, doubt, and even mockery. Because when the world laughs at you, your vision whispers, "Keep going. I see something they don't." You don't need a perfect plan. You need a powerful why. That's what vision gives you. Wealth doesn't come from blind hustle. It comes from consistency and discipline. Discipline is the bridge between thought and wealth. Without it, even the best ideas remain just ideas. The rich build their identity with habits, not luck. Every small daily action is a brick in the foundation of success. Purpose is not something you find by accident. It's something you demand from life. True purpose is the fusion of your inner fire and the needs of the world around you. Purpose transforms hardship into meaningful sacrifice. It turns struggle into fuel. Money is a tool to fulfill your mission, not the mission itself. Success is not a personal luxury. It is a moral responsibility. True wealth empowers you to serve, to give back, and to create lasting impact. Your mind is not just for yourself. It's for the next generation, your community, and those waiting for hope. When you train your mind, you change the world. Leadership starts in the mind and spreads like wildfire. Effort without direction is just running in circles. The wealthy think about systems, scaling, and leverage. Change your questions. How can I multiply my impact? What systems can work for me? Where can I create leverage to grow faster? How can I create value at a large scale? How can I multiply my time? How can I plant seeds that generate income forever? Income never surpasses your identity. A wealthy mind feeds on education. The rich love learning from books, mentors, failures, and experience. Big questions bring big answers. With quality questions, your mental frequency shifts, and that changes everything.